And I am the founder and CEO of Career Connectors, and we are so honored to host this event. And yes, we are recording the event today. That is so that you can go back and watch the event at any time. We will send you the link after the call so that you can go back and watch the event at any time. So what I'd like you to do to start is, if you have not done this yet, please open up your chat icon. Most of us, it's at the bottom of our screen. Click on the chat icon and let us know the information that's on the screen. You know, your name should already be there, but where are you calling in from? What is your target career or job? We would love to hear from you. And that's the way we're going to engage with each other today. And so we were at, yesterday we had an in-person event in Pinal County. So if you were there, I'm so glad you got to go to that. And if not, we're still super glad you guys are here today on their virtual call. But so we are, we're so excited to meet many, many people yesterday. And it just reminded me of back when my husband and myself, we went through a career transition. And, you know, that was a while back now. It was in the middle of the recession, and we both I had closed a business, and Mark had actually gotten laid off 3 times in 6 months. He was in recruitment and talent acquisition. And it was a really, really tough time. And I remember thinking one day, like, what? We're not working? How is that possible? What is happening? And so I just want you to know that even though our story is different than your story, that this organization basically birthed out of the fact that we didn't know what to do in our next steps in our career. And we were both in the recruitment world and still were frozen. And so I am just here to say, you're in the right place this morning. And we are here to provide as many resources and as much information as we can. And at this event, we do these events about monthly, these virtual hiring events, or we do in-person ones as well. But we want to connect you with employers. And so once a month, we have an event that is all content and coaching, and you get time with resume writers and career coaches, and you get to hear from fantastic speakers, keynote speakers. So we do that. But then we also do these hiring events. And so those events are to prepare you for the hiring events and for the time to meet with employers. And so that's what we're doing today. We're focused on the manufacturing industry, which you will see. Manufacturing industry has all kinds of jobs, from the direct manufacturing type positions and engineers to also the support positions. And so welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping in the chat your name, where you're calling in from. Good morning, Christian, and hi, Dennis. And Sharon, it's good to see you. And Jason, your question about how long will the recording be available? Actually, we started doing this back in COVID, and every virtual event we have done has been recorded since, and it's on our website. So it won't go away. I mean, someday it might go away, but not anytime soon. So after the event today, you will get an email that has all the information of every company that was here, so the link to their job board, and then it'll also have all the resources available for you, and that will stay and will be available for you. Okay, and good morning, Robert and Anastasia. Oh, we have some great, thank you all for joining us. If you have not dropped in the chat yet, please go ahead and do that. And the other thing I'm going to do this morning is ask you to go out and drop in, find your LinkedIn profile and drop that in, because you all can connect with each other on LinkedIn, and you can connect with us. LinkedIn is all about the connection. And so, hi, good morning, Denise. Denise Gredler did that for us. They're one of our awesome partners. If you don't know Denise, you're going to want to know her. They're with Best Companies AZ, and we'll talk about that later today as well. All right, so AZCareersNOW. This is a brand through a partnership with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation and Career Connectors. And so what we are doing is running hiring events, and we have content and information as well, both for employers and job seekers. And so we are so grateful to the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation, and you're going to hear from them in just a moment on the manufacturing industry and what that is looking like right now, where the growth is happening, and information for you. A couple tech things. We already talked about the chat box. Again, it's on the bottom of your screen. So please go ahead and open up that chat box if you haven't. Say hello, let us know where you're calling in from and your target job, but also your LinkedIn profile. So some people are already starting to drop in that LinkedIn profile. I'll give you those instructions in just a moment as well. For your display, If you want to, at the top right of your screen, you will see a option that says view. If you click on that, typically the best view is side-by-side speaker view. That way you're going to see the presentation, and then you're going to see who is speaking. And so side-by-side speaker view is typically the best view for this presentation today. And then the first about hour and a half is going to be the company speaking and the resources. And then the last hour will be breakout rooms. So I encourage you to stay to the breakout rooms. That's the time when you actually get to speak one-on-one with all these wonderful companies that are on the line today. If you do need closed captioning, that's at the bottom of your screen. You can just hit show captions, and that will be, you'll be able to utilize that for the call today. So this is the next slide here is our agenda. You will see we have all the companies are going to be speaking today. We have Jill Bushbacher from the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation, and then you'll hear from some of the manufacturing companies, and they'll talk a little bit about their company, culture, benefits, and the jobs that they have open right now and how to apply. And then they will go into the breakout rooms, so you'll be able to talk to them directly. So we are super excited to have been running this program now for about 1.5 years, and in partnership with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. And Jill Bushbacher is with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation, fairly new as the Director of Workforce Innovation, but she's been greatly involved in workforce and economic development in Arizona. And we are just really grateful to have her. So please welcome Jill Bushbacher. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Jessica. Pleasure to be here. Thank you everyone for being on with us today. So I'm just going to share a little bit with you about kind of the state of manufacturing, a little bit of information about kind of the U.S. manufacturing market, but more so focused on Arizona, which I think is more pertinent to everybody, hopefully, that's listening today. And again, we appreciate you being here, appreciate your time, whether you're very experienced or you're new to this industry. We're excited that you're interested in continuing to be a part of it or new to it. So if you look at kind of the U.S. manufacturing job openings, the numbers don't look as good right now as they were, but I kind of want to, if people look at that and have a little concern, I just kind of want to allay some of those concerns and let you know Arizona is doing much better than other parts of the country as it relates to this sector, and has so many great projects in the works that are very well funded and under construction and will show up in the data very soon. So it's a very positive picture for Arizona. The other thing is, so much of this growth really had to do with recovering from COVID. And so, companies were hiring at higher rates, trying to recover from COVID. And some of that is starting to tail off or level off. And so just know that I think that's a lot of what the story is with these numbers when you look at this. Next slide, please. But if you look at Arizona's picture, obviously, as I said, it's a great story for Arizona. There's a lot of really good projects coming out of the ground. I'll go into that a little bit and a little bit later in the presentation. But it's just really good information and good to know for Arizona. If you look at the monthly employment change, you'll see it's a pretty good story as well overall. Again, there's a little bit of an adjustment because there was quite a change in our economy with COVID, but there's a lot of good new hiring and new projects coming out of the ground in Arizona as it relates to manufacturing. And it's a much larger sector here than a lot of people realize. Whether it's the big name companies or it's the second and third tier, suppliers that are behind the scenes, like the machine shops and so on, there is a lot of great manufacturing opportunity in Arizona to be offered. Next slide, please. And projected manufacturing growth, it looks like it levels off a little bit further, but when I say levels off, just mean it remains stable. And so it's still higher than it is for many other states and economies across the country, and lots of good projects to come, which I'll get into in just a moment. Next slide, please. Again, kind of some of the U.S. numbers and looking at wage growth, which is always a good sign. A lot of good stable wages with great benefits. Most of the jobs are full-time, lots of great stable opportunities in manufacturing to be offered, and especially in Arizona. If you look at this next slide, this is a lot of information, I know, and we can share this with you all afterwards. And you'll see it in the recording afterwards if you watch it again, and maybe you can zoom in. But I think that what we're trying to tell the story of here is there's a lot of entry points into manufacturing, whether you have a high school diploma only, or whether you have a bachelor's degree, whether you have some college or certificates or something from a community college, an associate's degree from community college. There's a lot of different entry points into manufacturing and lots of opportunity for growth. Some of the jobs that are listed here, like CNC tool operator or first line supervisor, this gives you some idea of what the job openings look like, the projection, and kind of what some of the education and salary levels are in general in Arizona for these positions. So it's a good picture, and it's just we wanted to give you a snapshot of what some of the opportunity might be, especially if you're new to the industry. Lots of jobs in welding and all kinds of opportunities. So here's my contact information, and very glad to work with any of you all and answer any questions that you have. And pleased that you're here today, and hope this has been helpful information for you, and best of luck in connecting with these terrific companies that are represented at today's event. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jill. Hey, I do have a quick question. On the slide that has the wage growth, it says like 26, 26.2, and we can kind of see that it's going up, but do you mind sharing what those numbers mean?
Can you go back to that slide a little bit so we can look at it?
Bree, you want to go back? Yeah, right there.
So this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which is really a good source of labor market information. When you look at that's wage growth. So I believe that's percentages.
Okay. So they're moving up percentages. So it's for example, this year it would have gone up, let's say from January to now, about a third of a percentage or something like that. So from
that sounds right. I'm sorry, I'm not as familiar with this one.
Okay, no, and I know you took this call last minute. We so appreciate it. You're stepping in. So I'm just trying to understand those numbers a little bit, but it looks, what we can see is there is growth, steady wage growth over the last year is what we're seeing here. So all the way from July to now, we're seeing about 1.3% in growth in wages. That's how I'm reading it. So I hope that's right.
Right. And just to mention, for anyone that does a quick scan of manufacturing growth in Arizona and announcements over the last 6 months to a year, you'll see a lot of activity. And so it's not even showing up in the data quite yet because a lot of it's under construction, but there's a lot of manufacturing growth happening, whether it's existing companies that are expanding like EMD and Tempe, or the TSMC plants or Intel expansions. There's a Corning plant that's going to be opening in Gilbert, I believe, that was announced. There's even some growth in manufacturing in Pinal County as well. So there's a lot of job opportunity to be had now and into the future. And the future is very bright for manufacturing in Arizona.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jill. Thank you for stepping in today and being an awesome partner. We really, really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay, you guys. So we're going to get ready to jump into the hiring companies now. And I did put in the chat how to drop in your LinkedIn URL. So I want everyone to, if you have a LinkedIn URL, to please drop it in. And I want you to see that you can go ahead and go out to LinkedIn. The easiest way for me to usually find it is just click on your picture on LinkedIn, and then that URL that's in your search bar is what you can grab, copy, and paste. And if it's blue in the chat, that means it's clickable and people can click on it. Sometimes people aren't able to make it blue for different reasons. And if that happens, we will try to find you and drop it in and make it blue so people can connect with you. But we encourage all the connections to happen during this call. Okay, now I'd like to introduce you to Dania Diaz, and she is the Talent Acquisition Specialist for Benchmark. Good morning, Dania.
Morning. Good morning. How are you? Thank you. So yes, thank you so much for the introduction. So I work as the primary recruiter for the Phoenix location. So we're located about 5 minutes from the Sky Harbor Airport. If I look out in my office, I can literally see the planes flying out. So super close to Sky Harbor. And what we hire for here's my contact information if you guys want to add me on LinkedIn. Shoot me a text message or an email. Thank you. So we've been around for over 30 years, and we just moved corporate headquarters to Tempe in 2017. So we're a leading global partner. So we basically outsource the design and implementation from I'm sure you've heard of Intel, Honeywell, Boeing, Raytheon. So we're essentially partners with them, and we manufacture and we design products for them. So we're running and operating their machines essentially inside of our facilities with benchmark employees. So we're learning to operate and be able to also configure anything of the component pieces for the electronics that they're needing. So for example, like a radio that goes inside of a Boeing or like an airplane. We also do a lot of PCB boards. So that's the printed circuit boards. We do a lot of those. As well as, oh my God, we do telecommunications. So the satellites that go out into space. So a lot of really cool things that we're doing here. We do have 24 facilities in 8 countries. So it is a global company. We're hitting nearly about $3 billion in revenue. So we are making a lot of really good money. And I love that we are divided into 7 different sectors. So what I mean by that, we do medical devices, we do military defense, semi-cap, we do advanced computing, just to name a few. And the good thing about that's that we have a diverse portfolio. So if something goes down in industry, so you guys probably have heard the semi-cap industry has gone down a bit, we can kind of up and modify the other 6 areas we're in, right? So right now I'm seeing a lot of our partners like Intel that is doing a lot of layoffs. So a lot of the folks from there are coming to us and applying. So I do highly recommend people to start seeking employers that are a little bit more diversified, just because it has a little bit more of that recession proof to them, and we're one of them. So we have close to 14,000 employees. I mean, it goes hand in hand that we are global. If we could go to the next slide, please. And then our open positions. So currently for the Phoenix location only, I have about 45 open positions. So I just wanted to jot down a few just to kind of get you guys going. Our entry level is always going to be a level 1, and then it goes up from there based on your guys' experience, right? So a level 2, a level 3 obviously does require a little bit more years of experience under your belt. However, I always encourage anybody that's kind of new to the manufacturing space to definitely apply to our level 1. I have a lot of great leadership here that is more than willing to give the opportunity to folks that have the drive, the motivation, and the willingness to learn in the manufacturing space. I know it's something new. It's an industry that's not necessarily new, but it's not like the sexy types of industries that folks are looking to apply and go work for, but we do have a great team. Our leadership here is all about promoting from within. So I always encourage folks to definitely apply to that level 1 if you've never had a manufacturing background. If you do have a manufacturing background, that's great. So you could definitely kind of look into those job descriptions and see kind of the minimum requirements, years of experience. 95% of our roles, we do hire for shift 1. So our first shift is from Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to about 2:30 p.m. We do currently have overtime and weekends because of our client demand. So we have a lot of contracts, right, with these companies I just named off: Honeywell, Intel, Boeing, Raytheon. So as we have more contracts, more need, we need more manpower, which goes hand in hand why I have so many open positions right now. And literally each week, I just keep getting 5 to 10 more jobs added on to that requisition load. So I do encourage you guys to definitely apply. We're 100% hiring. We are not in a hiring freeze. And like I mentioned, we're in 7 different sectors, which is a little bit more of that recession proof that your job will be here. And the easiest way to apply, if you guys want to kind of put your phone over that QR code, kind of like you're taking a picture, you can go ahead and click on that and you can easily apply from your phone. Or if you want to log on to the website, it's just bench.com/careers. If you guys have any questions, like I said, I'm the primary recruiter here in Phoenix. And I work side by side by Paul Quinn, who is our recruiter for all of our full-time regular, more of the ops admin opportunities. So if you have an engineering background, if you want a director, manager level role, he hires all of those positions. I hire the positions inside of the fab or inside of the facility on the floor. So it's a little bit more on the field technical side since you are on your feet all day. But let me know if you have any questions.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Dania. We appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you.
All right. And by the way, FYI, I've known Paul probably for almost 20 years. So he's quite a guy, and you guys, he will talk to anybody about anything at any time. So if that's the culture Benchmark is creating, it's awesome. So I encourage you guys to take a look. I love that you said, hey, it's not sexy, but we are a great team. And I can vouch for that if Paul's, because Paul's been there now, I think a couple years. And so thanks again for being here. Really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to move over to CMC Commercial Metals. And this is Amy Domler. She is the Talent Acquisition Specialist. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. Yes, so Commercial Metals, we are a steel mill. We are located in Mesa, kind of in that no man's land between Queen Creek and Mesa. We're actually building a second mill on site. So we have a ton of different opportunities available. A lot of them are entry-ish level. If you don't have experience in the steel industry, which, you know, many people do not, lots of training available. Commercial Metals has been around for more than 100 years, about 12 years in the Mesa area. And yeah, we're building a second mill, so lots of opportunities. We have a great company culture. It's all about growth and development of our employees. We have amazing benefit packages. And yeah, if we could go to the next slide. These are some of our open positions. We have a lot of different areas within the mill, in the melt shop, the rolling mill, fabrication. And so a lot of these positions represent some of those. We also have a maintenance apprenticeship program for those wanting to get into the maintenance field for maintenance mechanics and maintenance electricians. So they will provide all the training for that, as well as if you need to take classes at the junior college or universities, they will pay for those classes for you to gain skills for that. Our link to our website is listed below. Please feel free to apply to multiple positions. I know our job descriptions don't give all the information, but once you're in my system, I will reach out to you and we can have a discussion about all of those roles. Thank you.
All right, Amy, thank you. This is great. So just go ahead and meet. You can also meet with Amy in the breakout rooms at the end of this first hour. We're going to be going into breakout rooms. So make sure to hang on tight and you'll be able to speak with these individual recruiters and hiring managers at the end. I've been connecting with a lot of you through LinkedIn, and there are quite a few students on the call today. So recent college graduates, engineers, and some techs as well. And I just want to say, good job on being on a call like this. Seriously, it takes a lot of, I don't know, maybe being brave, stepping out of your comfort zone to get on a call, network, and it does it, all of us. It takes time, it takes energy and a little bit of bravery to do something like this, but especially students, if this is a new thing for you and you're trying to find a job, and good job on being here, seriously. And make sure you do go into the breakout rooms and you talk to these hiring companies. Anyone who's on a call like this, regardless if you have little experience, no experience, or a ton of experience. The fact that you're here and you're engaging with companies and you're talking to people and you're getting support, it says a lot about you and your willingness to work really hard. So I'm just super impressed to see all of you, everyone that I have connected with. There's so many of you that we've never even met before. And so if you haven't dropped your LinkedIn URL, please do. And I would love to connect with you. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Moving over, I would like to introduce you all to Cassie Jones, and she is the HR specialist for Dicel Group. So welcome, Cassie.
Thank you. Well, hello and good morning. As they mentioned, I'm with Dicel Safety Systems Incorporated. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today, and I want to just say welcome. I have a lot of exciting things going on here at Dicel Safety Systems, and I'm excited to share with you a way that you can be a part of our team. Just a little bit about Dicel Safety Systems. We've been around for over a little bit, I would say a little over 100 years globally. Our facility here in Mesa has only been here for about 7 years. So you get the best of both worlds. You get a foundation that was built where their main priority is going to be safety, quality, and productivity. So here we manufacture the airbags, the airbag inflators and initiators. So technically we do work with energetic material, but just to put your mind at ease, Dicel has a strong safety culture and does not compromise on quality. Our employees work every day to save lives and to strive for continuous improvement. There are many different career paths that are available to you, and I'll get into that just a little bit more here in a second. One of the things that's really cool, building off of this culture of safety, us being a newer facility, we are very high tech. We work with advanced automation systems and with the most robotic systems, not only in the state, but in the whole Southwest of the United States. So that's pretty exciting. We are committed to employee advancement by offering good benefits. So we have a 401k program. We're very big on tuition reimbursement, a compressed work week schedule, which is very helpful for those of you who are looking to work your 40 hours within like 3 or 4 days, and you can have time with your family and your kids. So that's really helpful. We have optional overtime if you're trying to earn some extra money. And we also have the opportunity to move into our engineering department, tech lead roles. I saw a lot of people were looking for management roles. So this is a really good foot in the door as to getting into those bigger management roles. We're very big on promoting from within the company rather than hiring from without. So. Slide 3. So we're gonna just to go over what we're hiring for right now. We do a lot of hiring for entry levels, but actually we've had really good retention this year, which is always a good thing. Once people start working here, you know, they want to stay here. So the main position that we're hiring for right now is our manufacturing engineering techs. So we're looking for levels 1, 2, and 3. This creates a lot of opportunities for growth. So you can come in at a level 1 and move your way all the way up into a 3. So these are a few of the skills that we look for with our manufacturing techs. Depending on what level tech, we're looking for at least 1 year of manufacturing experience with a level 1. If you're level 2, we're looking for 3 or more years. And then if you're level 3, we're looking up to 5 years. So pneumatics, hydraulics, robotics, electrical, automation, troubleshooting, PLCs, hand tools. These are all going to be things that we look for in our technicians. Of course, we don't expect everybody to specialize in all these different areas. As the manager here says, he says, if you can be a technician here, you can be a technician anywhere, but it's an awesome learning opportunity. Just a quick disclaimer, all MET positions will be on a 12-hour shift. And so this does require a lot of standing. We definitely see our technicians getting their steps in every day. So that's something to kind of think about. And then also some lifting requirements. But Because of working with energetic material, we do have to make sure that all of our employees can pass a drug test and an ATF background check. So next slide, please. Thank you. So if you feel like you fit the bill here, as far as you have some of these skill sets, you're looking to advance your career into engineering. We've had a lot of people come from a mechanical type of background, and then they fit our technician roles perfectly. So if you're interested, we would love to hear from you. As I mentioned, my name's Cassie, and you can call that number there. I would love to chat with you and try to pre-screen you and get you started on a great career, and hopefully talk with you in the breakout rooms afterwards.
Thank you so much, Cassie. I was so glad you joined the call. I had not heard of this company before, so I'm so glad you're here and talking about it and featuring it for people to learn about. So thanks for being here today. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to move over to Forms and Services. Marisol Delgado is here, and as the Director of HR. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for having me today. So I am with Forms and Surfaces, and Forms and Surfaces is a manufacturing company, and we manufacture two different types of products, both on the architectural side, so indoor products and outdoor products. And we are a global company with 3 primary manufacturing plants. So our plant here in Phoenix, we're located off of 75th Avenue and Roosevelt. So we are in West Phoenix, right off the 10. And this location has 4 buildings total. We have about, now it's a little higher than the 200 employees, but we focus primarily on our interior product manufacturing. So everything that has to do with large panel walls, elevator interiors, wall cladding, doors, columns, fixtures. And these are all products that you would find at a large, like, commercial real estate property. So think of airports, hotels, banks, large retail spaces. Most of the work is going to be custom made. So these are very beautiful, artistic products, especially on the elevator side. This is not your typical, stainless steel gray box. These are intricate, detailed designs with a lot of glass or a lot of like pictures and things like that. And then same thing on the wall panels. If you think of, for example, a Chase Bank, the blue Chase logo on the glass wall, we actually do those here in the building. So that's what we do here in Phoenix. Our Pittsburgh office, they have about 300 employees, 350 employees, and they handle all of the exterior manufacturing. So these are also for commercial real estate properties, but basically what they're doing is all of the furniture. So think of the furniture at hospitals, furniture at the airports, benches, seating, tables. We also do a lot of the lighting posts, all the security safety posts, and then a large branch of wayfinding signs. So all of the signage that you see when you go to a hotel or when you go to an airport that's directing you, with the flow of traffic, we also do all of that. And then our India manufacturing plant handles both sides, interior and exterior. Smaller operation, but still they service, all of the that side of the world. But for Phoenix, we go ahead and go to the next slide, please. Thank you. So for Phoenix, most of our primary positions are going to be our assembly technicians in our general warehouse. So for somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience, maybe trying out manufacturing for the first time, they would fit into like a general warehouse or an assembly technician position. These are positions where we can train you, we can develop you if you've never done measurements, if you haven't used tools. These are those entry-level positions where we can train you and develop you, and then move you from there into maybe a machine operator or a higher level assembly technician where you're dealing with some of the major cab structures or even the light plane panels that have to do with more electrical work. And then our forklift drivers handle most of the movement of products. As I mentioned, we do have 4 buildings, so there's a lot of product that has to flow between buildings. Most of our shifts, I would say the majority of our shifts are going going to start at 5 a.m. So when we're looking to hire a new employee, that is one of the things that I like to bring up front, because, you know, a lot of people, they want to know the start shift, and it is an early start shift, 5 a.m. Typically, it's going to be a 10-hour shift. Sometimes, depending on, you know, the time of the year, you may be doing just your 40 hours. I can tell you that we normally don't ever go under 40. So you know, that's a good company that's always going to have solid hours, but the majority of the time you're going to be working overtime with 10-hour shifts, and they do work Saturday mornings, usually either a 4 or 6 hour shift. So typically I'm looking for someone that can work Monday through Saturday. Saturdays are about 2 Saturdays a month. So it's not every single Saturday, but you do have to be excuse me. I apologize, talking too fast. Okay, I think I survived. So you do have to be available to work on the weekend. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I think I'm good. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. What else? I think I lost my train of thought because I was dying. But aside from that, just be ready to work, you know, Monday through Saturday. And shifts usually start about $16 an hour. If you do have some experience, then we would consider, you know, bringing you at a higher rate. And then the forklift drivers do start at a higher rate than that as well. So if you are interested, my contact information is here. That's my direct line. You can always reach out to me directly, and then I will be in the breakout room afterwards. So hopefully my voice will be back by then and I can have a better conversation at that point. Thank you, guys.
Great job, Marisol. Way to work through that. Now I know you can step away and get a whole bunch of water.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for being here. And again, she's going to be available at the end for you to chat with. All right, so let's move over to Microchip. We have Rocio Carroll here today, and Rocio is the HR representative. So welcome.
Good morning. I'm trying to get my, I had my video going and it's gone now. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Rocio Carroll, and I am with Microchip Human Resources out of the Tempe site. And there you go. I do the recruiting for our manufacturing site. We are located in Tempe over on Broadway and 52nd Street. We are semiconductor manufacturer again, and the positions that we are hiring for, they are entry-level positions for this site. They're mostly for our production specialist positions where they run the equipment. We fully train for this position. Everybody goes through a 1 week of in-classroom training. Thereafter, they are assigned a peer trainer that will stay with them until the individual is certified on the equipment. So we make sure that once you get on the floor, that when you're on your own, that you will be fully trained. The company, this position starts as an entry level, and we mostly promote within our groups. So whether you want to go towards the leadership route or the technical side of it, there's a lot of opportunities that Microchip offers. We also offer the opportunity for you to go to school while you work full-time as well, or you have the opportunity to also work part-time if it's the case. We offer tuition reimbursement program where you can utilize that to go to school and go for anything that is related to something we do here at Microchip. Microchip offers a great benefits package, including medical, dental, vision, 401k. We have on-site clinics that are available to the employees and their dependents over the age of 18. So it's a great benefit to have, especially nowadays when benefits are so expensive. We offer a compressed work week, which is you work 3 and 4 days a week, 12-hour days. The beauty of it is you are off 3 and 4 days every week. We offer 4 weeks of paid time off per year, and that increases after 2 years. I encourage you to apply. The slide that you see over here on the left, it gives you the opportunity to apply. And on the right, it gives you a video that shows you, it gives you an overview of what we do in the fab. If you're interested in other positions aside from the manufacturing, we have our corporate office in Chandler, where there is a lot of opening positions within the corporate office, whether it's IT management, software engineering. So I encourage you to go to our site, which is careers.microchip.com. Apply, look what's available. Look what's available and apply for any position that you feel you meet the qualifications for. Thank you.
Absolutely great. Thank you so much for being here. And there is the information for you. A lot of great opportunities at Microchip. So thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. Rocio. All right, we're going to move over to NAMO now. So Emily Simpson is here. She's an HR generalist. Hi, Emily. Let's see. We're not hearing you. We are only, I do see you, but we are not hearing you right now. Nope, you might have to take your headphones off. That's how someone else had to make it work for them. While you work on that, I think we're going to move on to Tawny, and we'll come back to you in just a minute, okay? Maybe you can call in from your phone also. All right, Tawny, are you ready to go? Tawny is the manager of recruitment and admissions for Perscalis. Hi, Tawny.
Hello, Jessica. Thank you all so much for coming on today, and thank you, Jessica, for the introduction. So, yeah, I am Tawny, like you said, manager for recruitment and admissions at Perscalis. Perscalis is a national organization that has been around for about 27, 28 years now. And what we do is we offer tuition-free training for people who want to get to jobs in areas of technology. Now, I know I like to say that like all organizations, all industries have some form of connection to technology. I mean, everybody's going to use a computer. All the tools and devices that we'll see a lot of times in manufacturing can also have some kind of electronic component to it. So you're going to see these things everywhere. But essentially, what I'm on this meeting for today is that I want to share some of our training opportunities with you, because we sometimes see in our job search, like we can send out applications on Indeed or different job platforms. And a lot of times, like we just don't hear back from anybody, right? So we'll send all this stuff out, we're waiting. We don't hear anything back from anyone. And I will tell you, it is sometimes because there is just a piece of information missing on our resume or in that application. And oftentimes that piece of information is some kind of certificate showing that you are qualified, so to speak, to work in that particular position. So the benefit of coming through Perscalis is all of our courses, number one, they're tuition free, and they also will end up giving you certifications in different areas. So in terms of like manufacturing, for example, we do have a course that's specific to data center that will, upon completion, give you the opportunity to get certified with OSHA certifications, Cisco certification as well. So that way you can get a position such as like a network engineer, telecoms technicians, or even data center technicians. So like I said, it's a really good opportunity. Our courses are anywhere between 8 weeks to 15 weeks long, depending on which one you want to apply for. So you'll see here on the screen, we have a few options. Like I said, we mentioned this data center course. IT support is a very entry-level course. So if you're brand new to technology, but you're really interested in learning how to like fix computers, work with hardware, troubleshooting, smartphones, tablets, all those types of things, IT support's a really good course to go through. And then we have a full stack Java developer, which is a little more focused on the back end of like, coding, building apps and websites, programming devices and things like that. And then desktop support is a remote version of our IT support course. So it's still focused on like hands-on approach to fix computers, tablets, smartphones, and troubleshooting networks and devices. And then I also want to mention a little bit more about the data center course. That does offer training specifically for you to go work in data centers, like around the Phoenix area. So that could be going in, working with the servers, managing rack equipment, and all those types of things. So really awesome opportunity if you're into a lot of the hands-on type of work. But yeah, so if you do want to apply, you can go to the link here, and I'll also provide that in the breakout session later. And we can talk a little bit more if you have any questions about the specifics for taking some of these courses with Perscolas. But sorry, I totally forgot to drop the link in here, but I wanted to include my LinkedIn profile. So I dropped that in the chat box at the bottom if anybody wants to connect with me. But it was great to talk to you all. So I look forward to connecting with you in a breakout room soon.
Okay, thank you so much for providing these opportunities for training and kind of career growth. All right, we're going to move on to Axon. If you guys haven't heard of Axon before, fantastic company. We've known them for many years, and they have just great opportunities and growth within their company. So Alexis Spahn is the corporate recruiter. Good morning, Alexis.
Good morning. Awesome. Well, if you have not heard of Axon, hopefully you have, but if you have not, we are a global public safety company in the tech world. We're mostly known for the TASER device. If you've ever heard of the TASER device, in pop culture references, we manufacture and distribute the TASER device. We're actually previously known as TASER the company, but through product expansion and growth, we decided that just didn't fit the description of our company anymore. But since 1993, when we rolled out the TASER device, it's been deployed in over 100 countries, hence the global aspect of our business, and it's been used over 5 million times, estimated to have saved over 283,000 lives. Most people are familiar with this TASER device being used in law enforcement, but we have partnerships with enterprise partners in the healthcare space. Six Flags Amusement Parks uses our TASERs if you're an amusement park junkie, and we even have consumer devices. And then another device that we manufacture and distribute ourselves are body-worn cameras and dash cameras. If you've ever watched the news and you see the yellow triangle at the top of the video, that is actually an Axon body-worn camera or dash camera video that is being used. We have a pretty large market share at 85% for those cameras. And so you've probably seen one of them on the news. So with the cameras and the TASER devices, we manufacture and distribute all of those in our state-of-the-art headquarters location right in Scottsdale, Arizona. I will drop a link to a one-shot drone tour of our headquarters. It's a really cool video. It was actually taken with the drone product that we sell in partnership with a drone company. And it's basically just we took it in a single shot. They did a drone video tour of our headquarters. So you can get a glimpse of our offices. Someone's being tased in the video if you're interested in that. And you can see our manufacturing space there. A little bit more about Axon, our benefits. So we do offer medical, dental. Oops, sorry, go back. I'm sorry, I'm not quite there yet, but I guess you could advance. It's most of my information I could just chat about. We do offer medical, dental, and vision benefits as well as a 401k match program. And then some of our axillary benefits that I love about Axon and many of our team members are our 6 affinity groups. These are, if you're not familiar with affinity groups, these are really great ways to engage with like-minded people or people that you can relate to or that you just want to support and learn more about. We have an Asian Pacific Islander Alliance. We have Women at Axon. We have OLA, which is our Hispanic origins and Latin Americans, Axon Veterans Group, Axon Allies, celebrating Pride Month this month, and then Mosaic, which is our connection for Axon's Black employees. So if you're looking for a company that supports, a diverse group of people, and you really just want to connect with the people that you work with and make an impact, Axon's the place. So some of our current career opportunities, these are just 4 of the career opportunities we have open within our manufacturing space. Outside of this, I have tons of engineering positions in the hardware space, validation engineers, manufacturing engineers, supplier quality engineers, electrical component engineers. These are all roles that we are actively seeking, as we just launched a new taser device and we're in the process of launching a new body worn camera as well. And the demand is extremely high. So we are growing, we are adding daily positions. We have about 184 positions open at our company globally right now. These specific locations here are listed working out of our Phoenix, Scottsdale, Arizona offices, but we do have global positions all over the globe that you can apply for. And then if you just want to contact me, feel free to take your cell phone and take a picture of my contact or screenshot this information. I'll also drop it into the chat, but feel free to send me an email, connect with me on LinkedIn. If you don't see a role that applies to your current experience or a role that you are seeking, please reach out, please connect to me. I might have insight to a role that we are filling internally, and then we need to backfill that person. So we have an anticipated open that might not be posted. I might know about future growth. At the mid-year point, we usually do some evaluation of our business, and we add more roles for the second half of the year to support business units that may need additional support to reach our goals. So I will drop my information in the chat. If anyone has any questions, feel free to join me in the breakout group. I love what I do. I absolutely love the company I work for. And if you're looking for a company that has a mission to protect life, then Axon is the place for you. So thanks for your time today, guys.
Fantastic. Thank you. And yes, we're seeing a couple people talk about Axon and what a great company it is. And we can see, you guys, I mentioned at the beginning of the call, Denise Gredler's on the call, and they work with companies that have been rated most admired companies in Arizona, and Fortune 500 and 100 companies, and award-winning companies, and Axon is one of those companies. And so Denise will also be around today, and her team, they're on the line right now, if you would like to chat. All right, I want to jump back just for a minute to NAMO. So Emily Simpson is the HR generalist, and she's having some tech issues. So I just wanted to run through this real quick. Emily, if you could drop the information to contact you or to your job board and stuff, if you could drop that in the chat, then that would be great. We will also include on our email that goes out later today, we will have a direct link to the job board for NAMO. But I want to jump through these slides real quick. And so this is a aerospace and defense company, and you can see some of the things that they work on here. And I'm not going to go into detail because I don't have all the details, but just I wanted you guys to see what was available. So lots of manufacturing type of positions available, different shifts, and engineers, techs, assemblers. NAMO.com/careers is where you're going to find all the information about NAMO and the jobs that they're hiring. And that's exactly where you apply. And then the next slide shows you Emily's contact information. And so feel free to contact her. She dropped down her cell phone right there, which is awesome. And so you can text her or give her a call. Again, she's so sorry. We were messaging with her and we're trying to get her connected, but she's so sorry that she couldn't be talking today on the call because of her some tech issues we're having. But you can reach out to her, connect with her on email, and then reach out to their job board directly. So thank you so much, Emily. Sorry that you weren't able to connect, but we will make sure everyone has the right information for you. All right, let's move on. I think we're at our last speaker now. We are with Westwood Global. Yes. Okay. So Rodrigo Mendez with Westwood Global. He is the HR specialist. Welcome, Rodrigo.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rodrigo Mendez, and I'm representing Westwood Global. We are a leading provider of managed service solutions. I'm also representing NSTAR Global Services as well. We're a leader in asset relocation, facility, and equipment services. We are a global company and we have operations in Ireland and the US. And here in the US, we have offices in 3 states and employment opportunities in many, many more. Both companies have a large number of open positions, and I'll go over a few. On the right-hand side, we have some of our open positions rather, like a project engineer, a quality assurance manager. And then on the left side, we have a couple of transitionable skills or professions. If you've had experience in any of these, you'll probably make a great candidate for our roles, and I'd love for you to apply. Will you move on to the next one as well? If you have a second, take out your phone to scan those QR codes so you can go directly to our website. I'll also drop in the link or drop in the chat a link to our website alongside my information and the Arizona primary recruiters information. We'll both be in the breakout rooms after the call if you would like to chat with us.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. And so Bree, if you want to go back one slide, I just want to give everyone another chance to kind of look at the jobs that are available with Westerwood Global. So a lot of great opportunities, it looks like. So I just wanted to park there so people could see that for a sec. And then also, if you, it looks like you did drop your contact information in the chat. So thank you for that. All right. Great. So what we're going to do now is I just have some closing words and some resources for you guys. And then we're going to go ahead and go into breakout rooms. But what I have first is a $50 Amazon gift card. So we're giving away 2 today. And so what we're going to do is we're dropping in the chat and we're going to drop a survey link in the chat. And what I need you to do is go ahead and go out and take that survey. We're going to be dropping that. There we go. So in the chat, we just dropped a survey. And if you can go ahead and click on that survey link, and it will take you out to the survey. There's just a couple questions there. Make sure you put your cell phone number or your email, because we need a way to get a hold of you. And so go ahead and drop that in just where there says at the bottom of the thing, it says provide your name, email, and cell phone number. Provide one of those, at least an email or a cell phone, because often what happens is we have a winner and we cannot get a hold of you because you think it's spam. I am telling you, if we text you tomorrow and say you were the winner, in fact, let's give one away now and we'll give one away later. So if you can drop in the chat, tell me when you finish the survey, just hit done in the chat, and then we'll go ahead and give one away right now. And then we'll allow people to take some additional time if they need it and give one away later. So go ahead and click on that link. Drop in the chat when you're done. Thank you, Rob. Just drop in the chat when you're done, and we will go ahead and give one of the gift cards away right now. All right, and I'll let you guys take another minute or two, finish that, and then we will, I'm not picking the winner. I will have somebody on my team pull from the database and pick a winner, and we'll announce that in just a minute. Okay, thank you for being part of the AZ Careers Now network. And so we have a couple additional resources. This call is being recorded. When you logged in, you probably saw that. It is being recorded, and so are the last couple years of our Zoom calls and virtual events. And so you can go back and look at any of those. And I encourage you to do that. Some of the content on those calls are phenomenal. And so you'll get the link to the recording in your email tomorrow, but it's also under our resources section on our website. We have the webinar recordings. We also have a DISC assessment that can be taken, and it's at no cost. It'll tell you a little bit about your talents and kind of your strengths and your communication style. So again, that's at no cost. We do post a lot of stuff on our social media, both content and upcoming events. And so again, if you haven't taken the survey yet, scroll up on the chat and click that link, and then type done in the chat, and we will let you know who the winner is in just a minute. All right, upcoming events. We have another virtual hiring event happening next Thursday, and this one is focused on support positions like finance, IT, professional, administrative, office support, things like that. And we have a lot of great companies like Honor Health, Charles Schwab, Amex, a lot of great companies at that event. So I encourage you to register for that and log on next Thursday. And then on Thursday, June 13th, this is one of our monthly virtual events that is content and coaching. Here we are bringing in, this is really one of our key events during the year. This is called Where the Jobs Are. We call him, the workforce guru, Trevor Stokes. He's going to be talking about where all the jobs are, what industries are growing, what you're seeing out there, both on an Arizona level, because we're based in Arizona, but on a national level as well. At that event, we will also have our professional resume writers, career coaches, LinkedIn coaches, and more. So join us for July 13th. And then the hiring event after that is a financial services one. So insurance and financial services companies like State Farm, Liberty Mutual, et cetera, will be on that call so you can connect. All right. So the winner of the $50 gift card is Letitia Beard. Letitia, you won. So when you get a text message from us or an email, depending on what you dropped in, a text message or an email from us saying, I need to email you your $50 Amazon gift card, make sure to respond to us so that when we buy it, you open it up and use it. So congratulations, Letitia. Thank you for being on our call today. All right, you guys, a little bit more about Best Companies AZ. I've mentioned them a couple times in the call today. They are on the call and they will have a breakout room, but they are connecting you with some of the best companies in Arizona and actually nationally that are hiring all over the place. They have both on-site and remote opportunities for winning companies. So whether you're here local in Arizona or you are sitting outside of Arizona, there are opportunities for you. These are the type of awards that companies win that they work with. And then here you'll see on the next slide all of the some of the companies they work with. And so you heard from Axon today, but Voya, Upgrade, Kubra, Amex, Northern Trust, et cetera. Companies that have good cultures and take these annual surveys and their employees get to tell people or get to put their input in on how well they do as a company. And so that's how they become winners based on what their staff says. And so there you go. Denise and her team will be available. They have partnered with us since we launched this program back in 2009. And so thank you, Denise and your team. We love you guys. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move into the breakout rooms. I'm going to throw it over to Bree Martinez, who is our event director and runs these events. And she's going to open the breakout rooms in just a second and walk you through how to get connected with them. I just want you all to know that I'm so glad you're here. And we are praying for you guys that you land into the career of your dreams. Thank you so much for being here and being engaged today.
All right, so I'm just going to go over how to join a breakout room really quick in just a second here. I'm going to open the breakout rooms. So you'll see that in your toolbar. And once I do, you're going to see a list of all the companies you heard from today, plus Best Companies AZ. So for whatever room you want to join, you're going to hover over it, move your mouse to the right and click join. So the same way you enter a breakout room, is the same way you come back to the main session. So I'm opening all the rooms right now. And if anyone needs help going into a breakout room, just let us know and we can manually move you in there. Thank you.
Thanks, Bree. All right, companies, you can go ahead and join your room. And again, if at the bottom of your screen, for most of us, if we're on our computers, there's going to be a breakout icon. Click on that breakout icon. And then you should see a blue join button. So you can join a room, you can move around, go to a different room, but I encourage you to visit every room, talk to the employers, build a connection. And so go ahead and join the room that you're interested in. And then if you have any problems, if you're not really sure, the blue button's not coming up, let us know and we will do our best to help get you over to that room. And at this point, you can unmute yourself or you can drop it in the chat. Either one works. Making sure all of our companies are in there. It looks like they are. Yes, Deborah, did you have a question?
No, I don't. I can't find the breakout room. I'm using my phone instead of a computer.
Okay. So which room would you like to go to?
Well, I wanted to talk with Microchip and Benchmark.
Let me send you, so this is Deborah Evans. Let's send you to Microchip. Let me find you.
You?
Okay, there she goes. Thank you, team, for doing that. Joshua, Namo was having problems with their technical issues and she couldn't speak. So she's not able to join a room, but she gave us her cell phone number to give out. She actually had it on her slide. I'm going to drop that in the chat right now, so you can contact her directly.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of interest of people wanting in the chat, wanting to go see her.
I know. Yep. Okay, if you are looking for a room, there's some space in Westerwood Global, and Best Companies AZ